I think I spent so many years of my life hating myself. I have insane facial and body dysmorphia. Whether you want to believe me or not, I don't know what I look like. I was like, I don't know if I can do my job in entertainment in a healthy way.
Jess Adams is an actor, on-camera host, and TikTok Shop live host whose career includes guest appearances on shows like Community and major music videos. In this episode, she talks about nearly quitting acting, career pivots, how TikTok Shop helped her, and the real challenges of working in entertainment in Los Angeles.
It is the Wild West. They're targeting people that will say, please know your worth. People see me and they'll be like, you look like someone that bullied me in 6th grade. I bet you were a mean girl. And it's like, no, bitch, I play a mean girl. They have no idea that I'm watching 4 screens while doing it by myself. When you are a person on the internet, you are a mirror for people. People will just project whatever they want because it's easier to do than look inward. Time is more important than money. I think that I am sacrificing a lot of time. So I'm
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Welcome to Clout 9. Thanks for being here through all that dreaded traffic.
Oh my God, we really went through it to be here today.
We did.
Together.
We did. We both left extremely early, but
we were on it.
Whose idea was it to have a 9:30 in the morning podcast? Me. It was me.
I was like, was it mine? I don't think I asked for that.
It was me. So for those that don't know, Jess is an actor, a host, and a TikTok Shop host. Mm-hmm. And we initially met because we hired you through casting networks as a host for Man on the Street videos for a brand we were working on.
Yes. You know, I was thinking about that this morning while I was doing my makeup because I was thinking like, damn, I really love Alex. And I was like, I was thinking about our lore because I realized you're probably going to ask me that. And I was like, dude, you really were kind of at the start of a really pivotal point in my life where I really started hosting because I had done some hosting before that. I'm an actress, right? I started in TV and film, playing someone else. And I got to a point in my life where I was like, I kind of want to be myself.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
People always ask me, they're like, did you ever take acting classes? And I was like, you know, it never really excited me to do acting. And I realized it's because I'm an entertainer. Mm-hmm. I like to act however I want to act and be my own personality versus acting. I was like, don't tell me what to do.
I like being told what to do. I like being directed. I love being like malleable. Mm-hmm. However, I think I spent so many years of my life hating myself that I finally love myself. And it's exciting for me to bring a piece of that to others or like let myself shine a little more. Whereas before I really liked hiding maybe behind someone else.
Oh, interesting.
So hosting was exciting. You know? Okay. And you really were at the start of that where I was like, hey, this is Jess for surprise.
Oh my gosh, the surprise videos. Okay, so that was the beginning of your hosting experience. Were you always planning on being an actress or an actor? No. Okay.
Literally at all.
All right, what's the origin story? What were you doing before acting?
So what was I doing? No. So my start of entertainment was modeling. So I started modeling at age 6. I was a little baby child model. I really should give you one of the photos to put. There's a really funny one. I started modeling really young and then I hit puberty and I just didn't get taller and I got real awkward. So I stopped modeling for a little bit. And it wasn't until I was 16 and believe it or not, and my mom did try to throw me in pageants as a kid too. I'm incredibly anxious. I have really bad anxiety. I am actually quite shy. I get really bad stage fright, which is why, you know, I'll get comments that are like, you should do stand-up. I would piss my pants. Like I think I actually have anxiety like just mentioning it. And being on stage. I never was a theater kid, never did theater in school.
Okay.
I immediately at age 16, they were filming a movie in my hometown, taking Woodstock.
Oh, okay.
And my mom was like, you're doing it. And I was underage. So she went to set with me. And that was really the start of me getting into film. Immediately started taking acting classes, which helped me get out of my shell a lot.
Yeah.
And started doing commercial and really fell back into modeling and kind of had to pave the way doing that for a while as a short girl. Was real hard. Yeah. Like they'd keep calling me fat and I'd be like, but I'm also short.
You're like, I'm just not 7 feet tall.
I'm like, it's condensed, babe.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what's funny, I found out about you was I was watching Community, which is like one of my favorite shows. And then you had posted, you were one of the mean girls in that episode. And then I went back and watched it and I didn't realize that was you until I watched it again with Hillary Duff, right? Was it Hillary Duff?
Yes.
So funny. You say like some funny line, like such a mean girl. I was like, this is so iconic.
It was the best. I loved that role. I loved working with everyone on it. And if I had $1 for how many times I've heard that of like, I didn't realize it was you, I feel like I'm telling you, I've probably been so many places that maybe you as a viewer have seen me and you didn't realize. I don't know what it is about me that people don't clock it. I've been in like 100 music videos.
I know you've been in other music videos. What are some of the main music videos you've been in?
My first job ever in LA was Julian Casablancas' 11th Dimension.
Okay.
And
Don't know that one.
It's a really good song. I was in 2 Falling in Reverse music videos.
Love Falling in Reverse.
I was in, oh my God, I'm like, I was in Somerset Boomerang. I was.
Yes, because you've been posting that content lately, actually.
Well, I brought it back for a reason because I was like, I in person, I'd get like comments that were like, damn, I didn't know that was you. Or like with Community, I didn't know you were in that. And I was like, damn, I got to remind people because I've never done that before. It's like I would do the job and then I'd be like, well, it's not good enough. What's next? Who cares? And be so hard on myself. And I was like, wait, like I see other people shouting themselves out online, on TikTok, on Instagram. And I was like, I don't think people know that I've done these things. And I don't think I've ever given myself a moment to appreciate it because it's so hard to book one thing, let alone multiple. And it's like, I need to sit with a second of being proud. I've never done it. So that's why I started kind of recalling all these things that I've done. And whether they got views or not, I didn't care because it was for me.
And I honestly, as someone who's known you for a few years, I didn't know you were in half of these things. And so it was really cool seeing you share it. I was getting excited for it. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know she was in this music video and this TV show. Wait, I love that TV show. So I think it was a really great way for you to share that for people to be reminded what you're in. And then it's also a good reminder for people, hey, maybe I should book her.
Yeah, I feel like I've done so much of that stuff without someone in my corner also. Like I had to hustle and put myself out there for a lot of it, at least more than half, you know. I've had periods in my life where I've had, you know, a team or not, and I've kept going despite XYZ. And so that is nice for me to be like, hey, look, I've done these things. Like, maybe you should like be a part of it.
And also maybe hire me for some more projects.
Right. Like, let's keep it going.
Okay. So when I met you, you were just getting into hosting. Mm-hmm. What made you do that transition? And do you like being a host more than an actress? Which one is pulling you more?
It's 50-50. I like both. I really like both. I like acting because you become a part of a family, you become someone else. There's a lot of research that goes into playing someone else. What do they like? What are their weird habits? Do they like bite their lip? Like what do they wear? What are their fears? I love that research. I actually studied psychology in school, and I feel like that helped me more with acting than any acting class ever did. And I love that part of those projects. And with hosting, I get to be myself, and I really get to use my empathy and feel out the other person I'm talking to or what I'm trying to pull out of them. I love hosting because I think it draws to my strength of making someone else comfortable. I've noticed that, you know, I host a lot of dating shows.
Yes.
And people are really nervous, and I can feel it. You know, like I pick up on that, and I get to be there to be like in a way like, hey, it's okay, and also let them shine. And I think there's something really beautiful about that. I love being that for someone.
Yeah. I remember seeing those clips from the dating show. I think one of my friends was on it.
Really?
Yeah. And I think because he had seen you on my story and was like, wait, she was the host of this dating show I was on.
He's like, and I hated her.
He's like, oh my God, she made me feel so awkward. Okay. So what is your current goal then as far as like entertainment? You know, are you trying to become this actress? Are you trying to become a social media star? What's the goal?
I don't know. And I feel like that's also hurt me in a lot of ways because I think people need someone with a niche. They need to know where to put you, what box you belong in sometimes.
I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation online, not even speculation, a lot of people talking about how you are the niche, not
and
just,
I am.
Yeah, you are the niche, not, the clothes you wear or the activities or the skills you have. You are the niche. So whatever you do becomes the brand and people will follow that.
Agreed. I am team no niche. I've never had one. I'm the queen of side quests. I want to try everything. I don't know what you believe in, but like maybe we only get this one life. I want to try everything that I'm comfortable with and that is okay. And so I don't know what's next for me. There's been times in my life where this career path is really hard and I've been like, I'm done with it. The last time I said that, I got hit in the face with a drone on a photo shoot and went super viral. Every time I try to leave or quit, something insane happens to me that knocks me right back here. So there's something for me here and I just don't know. I don't think it's blossomed fully yet, which is very exciting. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just see what the universe and the world has in store for me and just keep being myself.
Yeah, the worst thing you could do is quit.
Right.
And not try.
I can't. I'm not allowed. It's so crazy. Like it's actually insane.
Wait, so you got hit in the face with a drone?
Yeah.
Explain this.
Okay, so I was at a period of my life where I was literally like hurting myself to be in entertainment. Like I was unhealthy. I was miserable. And anyone would see what I was doing and be like, God, her life looks so good. And I was like, I want to die. Like, I was like, this is awful. It was a really dark time in my life. And I started to really work on myself and get help and figure it out and go on this transformative journey. And I was like, I don't know if I can do my job in entertainment in a healthy way. And I was like, I think I have to quit. And I was like, I'm done. And I made this big declaration. I'm done with it. And then my friend was like, but one more photo shoot. I was doing a lot of modeling at the time. And one more photo shoot. And I was like, ugh. And he's like, please. And I was like, fine. So I do the photo shoot. And then the most insane thing happens where this drone, it was like drones were getting really popular. I think Enrique Iglesias had just had like his finger like chopped from one, like, or like got cut with one. Like people were getting injured like all of a sudden by drones because there were no laws. And it was my first time shooting with a drone and it hit me right square in the face. I got really lucky that the blades didn't cut me or take out my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was a miracle that I wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
But it was an insane moment and it was caught on camera. And it just got picked up by every outlet at the time. TMZ, I was on TMZ. It was insane.
Jess Adams, aspiring model and actress. Oh, it looks so painful. Doing a shoot and something goes wrong and the drone.
And it literally, I started to get auditions. I gained like 20,000 followers. I was on BuzzFeed and all this stuff started happening. And I was like, I see you. Like, what? Like, okay, I won't quit then. Damn. I was like, I'll stay.
Maybe that's a sign that you just need to have weird things happen to you. Maybe even plan them where it's like these weird things where a drone hits you or something random happens.
I don't have to plan it. My life is so strange. Like the strangest things happen to me. And it's like, actually, I don't want to put that out there, but like, I feel like my life has a sense of humor. And I don't have to curate it. It's odd.
Your life is like a sitcom episode.
Yes.
It's like, you're like, oh, I'm just minding my own business. Bam, something happens in the middle of it. And you're like, well, guess we have to figure this out.
I'm like, wah, wah.
Wah, wah. And then the audience is like, oh.
Hopefully I'm like.
Or cue laugh track.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you also do TikTok shop hosting.
I do.
How is that going?
It's going really well. I also feel like I think there's a theme in my life where it's like I don't give myself enough credit. I'm really good at it and I love it. You are good at
it. I see you on my feed a lot. Every time I'm on TikTok, you're like popped on the live for, what's the store called again?
Foxblood.
For Foxblood, which by the way, it's an all black color clothing store and it's my favorite. I got a dress from there, I think last year or 2 years ago for a holiday party or something.
Yes.
Like that. But yeah, you're doing TikTok shop live shopping.
Top 10 in fashion. And It's really cool because it is the Wild West. And it's interesting because if you look at my TikTok page, so like something I want to note before I get roasted is that I have had my TikTok since Musical.ly. I was actually at the first party announcing TikTok. So
Oh
my
gosh.
account has had minimum 7,000 strikes on it.
Minimum.
I get more views on my Finsta TikTok than my verified large platform TikTok. And I just kind of use it as like a testing ground to be unhinged because no one's seeing anything, and it's fine.
Until one day someone will see something.
I know. I know. I get scared about that. I'm like, dude, my sense of humor. And so I'm like, they're just like, Jess, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, man. But people would think like, it's hard to explain to people what I do because then they go to my TikTok and they're like, what is this? Like, what is your GMV? Like, you know, my GMV on my personal TikTok is not nothing, but it's not my focus there. Whereas really I do so much behind the scenes for brands. And that's where I'm very impressive.
Yeah.
But it's not for myself. And I do think that there are a lot of things in my career like that where I am more behind the scenes doing things. And it's like I move in silence. But it's good shit.
No, it's good shit. And Gary Vee was just talking about how the future of TikTok shopping live is going to be how you make the most money. So he was just saying that. And I was just like, yeah, that's it. Except I don't have the patience to be a TikTok shop live person. I can't sit on a live for hours.
It is a very specific skill. And what is interesting, I urge you, if you are seeing these posts, especially as an actor or a model, they are undercutting you. Whatever they're trying to give you as a rate is not enough. I see them and it's like, I literally will drop my stats when I get pitched to by a brand or company and they think what they're telling me is like enough. It's like minimum wage. And then I'm like, okay, but these are my stats. And then they go, oh. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, we can't afford you. And they're targeting people that will say yes. Please know your worth and that it is the Wild West. And there is so much potential there. It is a very specific skill. You're essentially talking to yourself, being entertaining. And for me, I do it all at once. I run the back panel. I run the flash sales. I am controlling the board while hosting, while trying on, while being entertaining. I do everything in one, which is insane. And no one even notices to the point where people think my job is easy and everyone can do it.
Like you're just like,
It's
oh, just
hard.
a cute girl on camera
Exactly.
talking about clothes.
They have no idea that I'm watching 4 screens while doing it by myself.
Wow.
Like,
how long are you live for?
I cannot handle more than 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
I can't.
Your
personally.
voice will start to sound like mine.
Yeah. I'm kind of hot. I'm not mad about that. It's also just your bandwidth. Like 2 to 3 hours of work doesn't maybe sound like a lot to some people, but you are expelling so much energy.
So much.
And your brain, like I literally actually think it's quite good for my brain. It's like doing like puzzles in your brain and being able to be aware of so many things at once. I think it's kind of healthy actually.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted after.
Of course. I mean, you're using all of your energy to entertain people. And going off of that, I used to think when I was little that actors had the easiest job in the world because you're like, oh, it's easy. All you do is just act on camera. Until you get older and have been around it a lot, doing even just my skits for a couple hours a day, I'm exhausted after like 3 hours of acting. And I'm not even like a Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie over here. And so I can't even imagine them doing a 12, 14-hour shoot day. And I understand now why people get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, but I've also seen you work and you have such an insane attention to detail and angle. It's almost like you're able to visualize the after effect while filming, which is so hard to do. Like I watch you work and I get tired. Like because I've been on set as your actor and I'm tired.
Man, I'm tired as well. But thank you. I appreciate that because you know how it is. Like I'm over here same way. I'm like, I could be better. I could be better. I could be better. Like I never think I'm perfect.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're not perfect. And I need to be okay with that. And that's a big lesson.
Yes.
No one's perfect.
We're so hard on ourselves.
We're so hard on ourselves.
And why? We're awesome.
I know. And it's crazy. I think it's just the way society is because, you know, we are constantly comparing ourselves to other people who are a bit farther in their careers. But we have to realize we've all started at different points in our lives. We've all started at different ages.
Yeah.
Our journeys are completely different. Sometimes I've always felt that I was behind in everything. And so when I went viral on TikTok, it was my first time I felt ahead of everyone because I was like, I Musically had DM'd me on Instagram to join their app.
Yeah.
I have screenshots of it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know the exact feeling. And I have to remind myself that we know what's behind the curtain, right? Like we work behind the scenes and we still feel that way. And it actually makes my heart ache to think of like a 16-year-old girl, an 18-year-old girl, a 40-year-old woman that, you know, is making videos or living like a regular life or whatever, isn't on social media and seeing these videos or people's lives and feeling awful about themselves when it's like, I don't know how to remind people it's not like real. It's not real. Some of the most amazing things that I posted, I was the most miserable and unwell and sad or struggling, and my life looked incredible. And I think now in hindsight, when I post, I take more consideration of that because I don't want people to feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
And I almost overcompensate where it's like, then I also don't talk about my achievements because I'm worried about how other people feel, which also isn't healthy. It's such a weird fine balance.
I know exactly what you mean. I sometimes almost self-sabotage myself in the weirdest way where, let's say we were doing this podcast and you wanted to sit on this side of the chair, even though this is like my good side, I would be like, yeah, of course. Because I would sacrifice my own self for my own podcast.
Right.
To make everyone else happy. And that I kind of do that sometimes even when I make skits. Yeah. Sometimes when I do skits, I'll give everyone else the better parts in my own skit instead of myself because I feel selfish if I do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's an insecurity I need to get over.
Yep.
It's something there where it's like, I do love myself and I am very confident in myself, but I'm still becoming the most confident version of myself.
Yes. Yes.
And content can really bring you down and humble you and remind you of things, which I don't know about you, but like early on in my content career, I would get a lot of hate comments and it would bug me. But as I've gotten more mature in my, career, I don't even care anymore. I don't even look at the comments. Also, I rarely get very negative comments anymore, but I think I've kind of established this presence in that way. What is your, what is your relationship with the internet and hate comments?
Yeah. I have read the most horrific things about myself. Awful, vile, violent, disgusting things that people want to do to me and that they see me as. And all I can say is that I am a good person. I've done so much work on myself every day. I'm working on myself to be a better person. I love who I am. I sleep well at night. And I have to remember that so that when I see these things or all this other stuff, I know that it has nothing to do with me, even though it does suck. And what I've realized is when you are a person on the internet, you are a mirror for people. And there's something about me that is a mirror. And people see me and they'll be like, you look like someone that bullied me in 6th grade. You look like you're so mean. I bet you were a mean girl. And it's like, no, bitch, I play a mean girl. I will literally give you the shirt off my back. I don't want your man. I want you. I want to, go save 5,000 animals and like run off in the sunset together and hold hands. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people will just project whatever they want because it's easier to do than look inward. And it's not about you. And it's a really hard lesson to learn. And I have to keep reminding myself. And again, as long as I can sleep well at night and I like who I am, then we're doing okay. But it's hard. And I do see that, it's like we see those comments. That's the other thing too, is they think you don't, but it's like, I can see that. And 9 out of 10 times when I'm maybe a little low vibrational and I do comment back, every once in a while, one will get me and I'll be like, actually, and I comment, immediate apology and delete the comment. And it's like, well, then why did you say it?
They're just trolling you. They're just trying to get you to have a negative reaction.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you to be like, what the fuck?
They
and then
want your
like,
attention so bad.
They want your attention so bad. No, I saw this video the other day of a woman being like, if I pass by a video and I don't like the video, I'm just going to scroll past. I'm not going to comment like, oh my God. Who is the time for that?
Right.
People who need to work on themselves.
Yes. And also, I just want a PSA out there of that flattery actually works on me. So if you want my attention, give me a compliment, give yourself a compliment, and I will notice you and I will like it and I will think of you fondly and not as like an awful person that I encountered on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember in my little form when I asked you like your misconception about you online.
Yeah, what did I say?
You had said, here, let me pull it up. You
I don't
said,
remember.
you actually said, people think I'm a mirror for people. That's what you said.
True.
And people hate so badly that I'm not only beautiful, but also kind.
Yes, Jess.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Look
it's
at that.
true. And it's true. And I do feel that way because people want to hate me so bad.
Because you're pretty.
And then they're like, God damn it, she's also nice and generous and kind. And it's like they just like their like veins burst and then their head spins around and they just are like, like I can't take it anymore. How dare she? And it's like, do you know how much work and what I had to be through or go through? Do you know how much work and what I had to go through to be the way that I am? And also, you can be that way too, babe. There's room for everyone to be this way. And it's like, and as far as looks go, that has nothing to do with me. My parents had sex and then it was a combination people liked. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Who cares?
Right. And I don't know when the stigma started where if you're gorgeous and beautiful, you're automatically mean. Like, when did that become a thing? You know, because growing up, you always heard that. You're like, oh my God. I remember I would meet these like gorgeous girls and people would be like, oh my God, and they're nice too. And I'm like
it was like a rare occurrence.
Yeah. Like,
all my friends are hot and nice.
Yeah, same. I'm like, why, what? You know, I don't understand that stigma. And I think I really want that stigma to die out a little bit.
It's a myth. We debunked it.
Yeah.
You're so hot and nice.
Thanks.
Debunked.
You're so hot and nice.
Debunked.
Oh my God, we're all so hot and nice. Or full of ourselves. But no, it's just interesting. And I could see how, as especially being not only a gorgeous, nice actress, but you know, you're a female actress in this entertainment industry, which is like so male heavy dominated.
Can I say something weird? I don't know if this is gonna, I don't know if this makes sense. Okay, so have you ever looked at pictures of people back in the day, like old pictures? Or like there's a trend on TikTok where they'll post like, it's like older pictures of women to find like your doppelganger.
Yeah.
Or older pictures of like men or whatever and being like, oh, look at all these like men that were like baddies back in the day, whatever. I have never looked at a photo in a thrift store or of someone's Mima or whatever, pop, whatever the hell, and been like, that person's ugly. Does that mean I have never looked at an old photo of someone, anyone? I don't care if they're an actor or a regular schmegular person that worked, you know, at an insurance desk. I've never looked at a photo and been like, that person's ugly. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I really think about that all the time now. And I'm like, I don't really find anyone ugly. Like maybe someone isn't what is trending, but your face should never be a trend. Like maybe someone isn't conventionally attractive to like this one like trend going around or what people are really liking right now, but no one is ugly to me.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's because people look at themselves more than anyone else looks at them. I always tell everyone, you know, the classic, like, don't care what anyone else thinks. But you have to realize as you walk around throughout life, you're the one who's looking at yourself more than anyone else is. No one is looking at you and going, wow, yeah, her nose, her eyebrows, her hair. They're looking at you and going, wow, you look great. That shirt looks awesome, etc.
Right?
No one's sitting there going, oh my God, I wouldn't wear that unless they're just, you know, insufferable. But people need to give themselves a break.
Right. Like, I don't think we were ever supposed to see ourselves this much either. Like,
right. Mirrors back then weren't around as much as they are now.
Yeah.
Social media, seeing our faces online, picking apart at ourselves, using filters. Like, I'll be honest, I use filters. I use, you know, smooth my face over, whatever. Because somehow society has brought us to that point where we have to like, oh, I need to look perfect. I need to look like that Victoria's Secret model's posts. It's just,
dude,
it's a lot.
My boyfriend's super into analog. He's like Mr. Analog. And he has a film camera. And I had this like crazy like crisis because I started to see myself in these film photos. And I was like, dude, like my skin looks amazing. I look beautiful. And they're filmed. They're not edited. Like, they look amazing. Everyone in them looks amazing. And then I'd look at an iPhone photo and be like, what is this troll? Like, have we been like, it's like warps our faces. And then it's just insane. And I was like, nothing matters. This is crazy. Like, I never want to see an iPhone photo of myself ever again.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, we do it to ourselves, obviously, because we're on camera. But I like being on camera. I like, you know, entertaining. Were you ever insecure about being on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's so interesting. So I think I mentioned earlier, I never was a theater kid. I never did like live acting or whatever. The camera always felt like a buffer, like a friend to me. But at the same time, I also was always like really afraid to see the result. I have insane like facial and body dysmorphia, but I actually find it to be one of my best superpowers because whether you want to believe me or not, I don't know what I look like to the point where it makes it almost a gift of like when I see myself on camera, I'm like, yeah, that looks good, but it's almost like I can't pick myself apart because it's not registering that it's me.
I know what you mean. I feel like no one actually knows what they look like unless you're a twin.
Oh, that's gotta be so trippy.
That must be so weird.
Oh my God.
Staring at yourself.
Weird.
And doing life. But I know what you mean because, you know, we're on camera right now. We're on camera on our phone, on a film camera, and those are all different versions of what we look like.
Right.
But which one is actually real? And there's the one staring back at you in the mirror, but that one's reversed, right? So it's like, who are we?
I have no idea. Even when we were setting up today, I looked over at the screen and I was like, oh, wow, like that's what I look like? Cool. Like what a bonus. You know, like I walked out of the door and also for my own mental health, I try not to get ready in front of too many mirrors, at least for my body sanity. Like I don't want to pick myself apart when I'm going out into the day, which is also why I tend to also wear baggier clothes sometimes. I'll do my makeup in front of the mirror, but when I get dressed, I really go off how it feels. And then I'll do like a one quick check and go out. So to see my whole fit like on the camera, I was like, oh, like that looked good. Okay, cool. Because I felt good. Yeah. Oh my God. I ride so hard for these knockoff, or I have the real deal, but like these knockoff platform Uggs, man, they go everywhere with me.
I love it. It really ties the whole outfit together. No, but I love it. Comfort. You're probably like,
I'm comfort.
You're like, my feet won't be on this podcast.
Literally.
We're going to literally just zoom in on it.
She clocked me so hard. She clocked me so hard.
The version of you that we get in person, how much of it do you share online?
Too much.
Okay.
I think that I'm going through a time where I'm reevaluating how much I give to myself because I think that, how do I say this? There is a part of me, and I think I'm overcompensating, where I think I see that people don't want to like me. They don't want to support me. People ride for me so hard on other platforms, but they will not follow me or like support me. They'll see me, you know, on these big channels I host for, and they'll like leave nice comments about me, but they won't actually go over and support me. And I feel like I was like, well, there must be something about me that isn't relatable or they don't like or whatever. You know, I was like carrying way too much. And I was like, well, maybe if I share these really personal things that I'm going through, it will make me more of a real human being to them. And I think in a lot of ways it has, and I've helped a lot of people, which is very important to me because otherwise, what is the point of having a platform? However, I do think that people sometimes take these vulnerabilities and they use it in more insidious ways towards me. Like it's almost like they're like, perfect, she's given me this ammo to like knock her down a peg. And it's like, nah, bitch, I shared that to help you, but like weird way to see that. Okay.
Weird, but okay.
Yeah, literally like weird choice. So part of me is like, well, I don't want to stop helping people because the DMs, even like one DM I get that is like, you've changed my life, or like what you did helped me, or I did this because of something you said that maybe was like embarrassing for me to share, but it felt important.
Yeah.
Is gold. I mean, you change one human being's life, worth it, you know, but at the same time, it does also come at a cost to my mental health. So I'm evaluating currently how I feel about it.
You know, it would be fun for you to post, and I think beneficial would be kind of like a story on how you got to where you are to now. So I don't know about you, but carousels are really popular right now, like the swipe post on Instagram.
I see you do those, and I read the whole thing.
Exactly, because I think Instagram's pushing them really, really, really hard right now because, well, Reels are very much oversaturated, and people aren't spending as much time on Reels as they are on a carousel, because a carousel you get to read at your own pace. And so you're probably spending more time on a carousel than you are watching a Reel because you get to go back and forth. So maybe what might be beneficial is you being a little bit vulnerable, but sharing it in that format.
Yeah.
And it'll give people, I think, more of like and relate to you a bit more and be like, oh, that's where she's coming from. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not against it. Part of me, my boyfriend and I talk about this a lot. And we're like, dude, there's so many famous people. But again, they were not in this era.
Right.
And I do see older musicians and actors now coming into this era a little bit. But it's like they didn't have to do this. Like they got to be mysterious and cool and like successful. And now here I am talking about like the most like embarrassing thing I've ever been through to like, and like going like this behind, it's like, what are we doing? Like part of me hates it, but also we are in a new time and I am the age that I am. And this is the era we're in. And sometimes that is the way to reach people. And it's like, that is just how it shook out for me. You know what I mean?
It's the way it is. I know exactly what you mean. When I work with a lot of music artists, they all say the same thing. They're like, well, all those music artists back then didn't have to do TikTok and da-da. I'm like, well, guess what? It's about to be 2026.
Yeah.
Actually, when this podcast comes out, it will be 2026.
Yeah.
And times have changed. Social media is ruling the world. People don't watch live TV anymore. They watch Netflix. And people get all their information from TikTok now. Instead of Googling, we either chat GPT it or we TikTok it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the best way to get your news.
Yeah.
And so if you want to get a job, if you want to be relevant, you need to have a voice on a platform. But I know what you mean. A lot of actors are very mysterious.
Gosh.
And then
I hope like if I could manifest something for myself, I hope that I get to do something that does propel me to a different level. And then I get to delete all my embarrassing things and then choose like how to be embarrassing today. I want like a clean slate of embarrassment. My digital footprint is so unhinged. I want a clean slate. And also like this is me, like this is like my Miss America, like whatever, like speech, world peace. I also would secretly like go places and just like buy people's like shopping carts for them and then like fix everyone's teeth. That's what I would do.
Fix everyone's
teeth. Everyone's teeth. No one's going to have a cavity within a 10-mile radius of me.
Cool. Okay. So when you're rich and famous and successful, I'm calling you up for new teeth.
I got you.
Cool. Okay. You heard that here first, podcast. Okay. Big question is, do you think that having a social media presence helps your acting career?
Yes. When I first started acting, everything that you're supposed to do today, you weren't supposed to do. You were not supposed to do anything like new media was kind of like looked down upon, like web series.
Yes, web
Netflix.
series were so looked down upon
like
before.
There were certain TV channels that were basically like you would just like weren't, like it was just like, if you want to be taken seriously, don't do that. Don't post things on the internet. Be mysterious. Go to your acting class. Yes, and it's like there were things that you weren't supposed to do, and now all these things are really why a lot of people are getting ahead now. I do think that followers and your social presence are considered with roles. And for me, it's like, I'm kind of right in the middle. It's like I have credits and these things to back up if people see things this way, but I also have enough followers where I'm, it's enough of a presence to be like, oh, she exists online. You know what I mean? But I don't have the most, or I'm not the most of anything. I'm right in the middle, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's helpful. I know that a lot of, casting directors, if they see someone with followers, they're instantly like, ooh, we could utilize this some more because it's proven that they are marketable, which is exactly what they want. Exactly. Yeah. My favorite stigma is when people meet me, don't know I have a following. I try not to tell people what I do as a content creator. I always say, hey, I'm Alex. I run a social media business, blah, blah, blah. But then when they find out, I always feel that their tone with me changes. Because that's why I try not to do it at first. I'm like, I just want to meet you for you. Because for some reason, the moment someone is like, oh, I have 500,000 followers, I have 1 million followers, they're all of a sudden like, oh my God, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
And it's like,
or they're like, let's take a photo together. And then like, they want to like tag you.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like for me, when I am collabing with other creators, I don't care how big or small you are. If you're just cool and fun and we vibe, that's all I care about.
You also never know. Like there are so many people, I've been doing this a long time. There's so many people that I met that I just liked. They had no followers. I don't even know what they were doing. They were new to LA. I worked with them. They're way more rich and famous than I am today. You know what I mean? It's like, you never know who is who. Are they a good person? Are they fun? Are they cool? Yeah. You don't know what people will wind up being. And just don't stop being weird. You know what I mean? Like,
But I also think it's just at the end of the day, people forget to treat other people like normal human beings. Like I never want to meet someone with the intention of me being like, what can I get out of you?
totally.
I'm just more of like a curious person. I meet so many people
Yeah.
all the time. And I just get so excited every time I meet someone because it's someone new who's teaching me something about life.
Yeah.
Because my goal every single day is to learn a new thing every single day.
Yeah. I do love that about you. I think that I would call you like a connector.
Yeah. 100%.
I think that you connect people and you're like me. Like I love getting people work or helping people.
Yeah.
And I think that what is that, like acts of service? Like I feel like you very much are like that too, which is I think why we hit it off so well immediately. Literally. We're very, similar in a lot of those kind of ways. And I love that about you. And you can tell, I feel like you do have such a cool, eclectic group and people ride really hard for you because you're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like who you're
Compliments.
you're like, yeah, I have to leave. I feel like who you hang out with and who you associate with does say a lot about you.
Yes, 100%. And I'm very fortunate. I have so many different groups of friends, but I try to balance my time and, hang out with different people as much as I can. All right, I have a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. The topic of balance has been brought up a lot in my life this last couple of weeks. I've always said like, oh, I need balance in order to have a good life. Like I want to have fun. And then I also want to work really hard. But then there's also a side of me where it's like, fuck balance. If you want to achieve something, you need to go all in on it and like focus all of your energy on it. What are your thoughts on this?
I started over kind of from, in a lot of ways, zero just a few years ago. And I think that brought up a lot for me because I was like, I have to fix everything wrong in my life today. And like, that's not a thing. And I realized throughout that journey that time is the most valuable currency. Time is more important than money. You can't really time. I don't know. Time. Like if I will do something if it allows me to have time to do other things that I love, so it's like I will operate and move in a way in my life that I'm like, okay, well, how much time does this take from me? Not necessarily how much money does this pay me, but how much time do I get to live my life, live with my, be with my loved ones, do things that I enjoy. Right now, I think that I am sacrificing a lot of time. So I'm not my happiest. I don't have a lot of time for myself. So I need to reevaluate, but I would say that's really important to me.
That's a good answer to my question. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Time is very valuable. I am someone who's really good at timing out my days. I'm
not. I'm terrible.
I have to be just because I do so many things. Yeah. I have to sit there and be like, okay, I have to wake up. Like I had to wake up at 7 a.m. this morning to get ready to make sure that I got here on time. Damn traffic. But I'm so on a time schedule. And so if people are late without a valid excuse, I'm like, well, I think being late is one of the rudest things, unless you have an excuse, like a really good excuse, because it's your time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, I appreciate you so much for being here. This is like, you took time out of your day to be here on my podcast.
I was really very excited. When you asked me, I was very, very excited. And that's a good reminder for me to be more precious about time management. I need to be better with it.
Yeah, today is not a good example. There was like some crazy cops stuff on the road. So
for me, I have a hard time saying no because it's like I want to do everything and I'll say yes to too many things and then I'll have to wind up culling it later, like going through and being like, shit, like I really don't have time for this thing. Instead of knowing that ahead of time and being realistic. So that's my lesson. So good reminder for me.
Okay. What is your goal for 2026?
2026, you know what? I want to give myself more credit. I want to be seen. I want to remind people that I'm that bitch and I'm here because I think that I made myself a bit small in these years and I had to, like I said, I was, going through a thing and doing XYZ and whatever. And there were things that were more important. And I feel like in 2026, I get to be myself. I get to shine. I get to enjoy. I want to enjoy the footsteps that I took and, the things that I had to do and sacrifice. I want to enjoy it in 2026. And I want to just open myself up to opportunities. I want to say yes to things that are more important
Mhm.
because they are enjoyable and not out of survival. And I just want to be, I don't know, a good person. That's
I
my
love
goal
that.
for
Yeah, I
2026.
love that. My goals for 2026 is to say no more and to stay put a little bit more.
Okay.
I travel so much. We all
Yes.
know this. I'm on an airplane every week.
Yeah.
Half of it is for work, and the other half, I don't really need to be there. So my goal is to say no more. One of my friends told me, she said, each month you need to set a goal of, I'm going to say no this many times, and you need to stick with it. And I was like, ooh, that's an interesting concept.
I'm the opposite. I need to say yes a little more.
Okay, we need to switch a little bit. I just say yes to so many things, and I'm giving my time away that I could be using for my business or to further my career or to make content. Because my biggest struggle right now is I'm not letting myself have enough time to make my own content. I'm doing it for everyone else.
Yep.
And if I don't make content, I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy, my clients will not be happy.
Yeah.
So
for me, it's like yes to think, because like I will say where we live, I live in LA. There's something very magical about living here is that like when you could say yes to the most random thing, which is actually how I fell into one of the biggest hosting jobs that I have, is I just had a weird gut feeling to say yes to this random Facebook casting post. And look what happened for me. You know, it's things like that where it's like, maybe I would see that and be like, I don't have time for that, whatever. Like, no, I'd rather stay home and eat snacks. For me, it's saying yes to things that could be things like that.
But that's
trust my gut.
But that's the positive and negative about LA is you think everything is going to be the next big thing. And I think that's what drove me crazy here is that I kept going to all these events and I was like, these are the same things over and over with the same people who haven't done anything different.
Yeah.
But I digress. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
I feel like I've sat here for 2 minutes.
I know.
You're so easy to talk to.
I know you too. It's so nice. Okay, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
So you can find me at the Jess Adams on TikTok and Instagram, and you will see me haunting your For You page or popping up on all these many side quests. I don't know. I'll find you in the ether as well.
Yeah, fun. I need to come back to Fox Blood and do some more black clothing try on. That one video I made like crushed. It got like 2 million views.
I love that. It was so much fun.
So much fun. All right. Well, thank you so much. And see you guys next time.